Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called Maneater. Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called Maneater. I was provided a streaming link to watch this one for review. It's going to be available in theaters, on demand, and digital August 30th from Saban Films. Now, this is a shark movie. I kind of just wanted to watch it, because it's a shark movie. We all kind of love shark movies. And so I was really curious to check this one out. I can't remember the last time I really watched a shark movie, kind of reminiscent of Jaws, where it's just like a killer shark out just attacking people, trying to have fun. And so we're seeing the shark attacking and eating this girl, and her dad's going to come into it later. But the majority of the story is about this woman, and it's kind of mysterious exactly what the situation is because they don't want to come right out and say it. But basically, she was engaged, and I'm guessing he broke up with her. Like, they were kind of hinting at maybe he was dead, but I'm pretty sure he just broke up with her, or whatever, their engagement was off, and this was supposed to be their honeymoon. And since they're not going on a honeymoon, all her friends, I guess, kind of invited themselves on this trip to an island vacation. So they get on this boat, and it's kind of like a guided tour, and eventually they get dropped off at this island for the night, and the captain parks the boat off the island, and he's gonna, they're gonna get back on the boat in the morning. And at the same time, the girl from the beginning, her dad is trying to hunt down this shark. And in between, we've seen scenes of just real quick scenes of the shark eating random people. And there's this one really cool scene where a guy's like doing a flip off a rock, and the shark just like comes out of the air and eats him out of the air. That was pretty cool. And so the people are on the island. It's like the next morning they wake up, and two people go off on their own, and they end up in the water, and the shark comes and he takes out most of the people, to just be honest. Most of the people end up dead, and then eventually there's a standoff with the dad and the shark. So I think the first most glaring thing about this movie is the CGI. It's not great. They definitely realized that it wasn't going to be super convincing, because not only did they CGI the shark, but they CGI'd many of the characters, because the shark would take them underwater. They'd be kicking about. He'd chomp down on them and whatnot. And it's all CGI. So they do like a lot of quick cuts and a lot of shaking and red water filling the camera. And just, you can't really tell a lot of times what's going on. And I feel like the way they did it is to sell it the best without having the greatest CGI. So if you're looking for something super realistic looking, this definitely isn't it. I also noticed some parts, especially when the two people are swimming at the island in the morning, where it was confusing how deep the water was, because, if you're wading in water, the water is usually, up to your shoulders, and you're just kind of like your head's above water. Well, the two people, like the one guy, the water's like up to his armpits or maybe lower, but then it seems like they're swimming, but I'm like, okay, are they swimming or are they standing? Then they show the shark underwater, and it's like in 1,000,000 feet of water, and they show the guy again, and the water's like barely up to here. So like continuity things like that do kind of annoy me, where it's like, okay, well, if it's that deep, is he swimming or is he standing? Because it looks like he's standing. The characters, they're all pretty super generic. We really don't get to know any of them. I couldn't even tell you one of their names, or other than just the girl who, didn't end up getting married. I don't know anything about anybody else. So they don't really try to get you to know any of the characters, but I mean, they're pretty much all going to die pretty quick anyways. The story, it's not much story. It's just setting up situations where a shark can eat people. I guess the dad out for revenge to find the shark that he's convinced is a man-eating shark. It's kind of a story, but it's real kind of flimsy on the story. So overall, guys, I gave this movie a 2.5 out of 5. It was a fun little shark movie without a lot of story, and and some subpar CGI. But if you're after a shark movie, definitely give this one a watch. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.